All right, ladies and gentlemen, this young lady, we're so happy to have her. She's a world traveler. This whole year, she's been traveling. She just celebrated another anniversary with her husband, an instrumental one, and she's all over the globe. I don't care where she's at. She's at Tony Robbins one weekend. Next weekend, she's conducting training. Next weekend, she's with the co-founders. Next weekend, she's in South Africa. Next weekend, she's on the moon. Next weekend, she's out with hanging out with Elon Musk. I mean, you just don't know where she's gonna pop up. Ladies and gentlemen, we all love her. We all love her. Oh my God, we love her, love her, love her, love her, love her. Without further ado, let's give a warm welcome to Regional Vice President Platinum, Miss Renata Krumer from New York City. Yes.
Yes, yes, yes. Good morning. And I am super excited to be here. I'm looking at your people. Awesome. Our people. Al Thomas, first of all, you know you're my hero. You know how important it was, whatever, 5 years ago or so, you invited me the very first time to be a part of your leadership program. It was so important at that time. How you knew about it, I have no idea, but that was very important time in my life. And I know how many lives you touched and changed, but mine definitely. And I have to tell you, when I talk about you, I feel so excited that I have an honor to speak about a legendary man of your caliber. And if you ever need anybody, like, how do we say three-way call? I would love to have an honor, the one to tell any strangers who you are. It's an honor to know you. And I know that every single person on this call, God makes no mistakes, guys. We're following this incredible man. Thank you so much once again. And guys, yes, I love to travel. But talking about traveling, do you know that it changes energy? Do you know how fast traveling? Let's let people in. I see so many people waiting to be in. Guys, do you know that when we say traveling, somebody think, oh, travel to Paris is very romantic. Travel to Dubai is very fancy. Guys, do you know at the moment you leave your house and go to a beautiful park, do you know that this is a trip? Do you know that this is travel? It's traveling. It's when don't have it in your mind that I would need to have money in order to travel abroad. Guys, you don't need to have you and the desire to do something, because I have to tell you, it doesn't matter how many brilliant ideas we have. If we stay home, nothing would happen. If we stay home, most of the time it's a still water. Do you know what happened with still water? In a while, it doesn't smell good. In a while, it doesn't matter how pure, how alkaline this water is. If nothing happening, that becomes still and old and smelly, and you don't like any of this characteristic in terms of your life. Do you know that Dr. Al Thomas wake up every morning at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning? Why? He's ready for the trip. Every day is a new trip. Guys, he's leaving his house, he's walking, saying good morning to everybody who's alive. You have pulse, you're gonna hear from him. He's gonna compliment your suit, he's gonna compliment your smile. But guys, this is his trip. He doesn't need to have a trip to Costa Rica or Mexico to exchange the energy. You go somewhere. Do you have somewhere do you want to go? I love Jackie. Your smile is so beautiful. With you going on any trip, I'm ready. You're awesome. Guys, remember, every day you feel I'm bored. No, 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 no. This is your responsibility. You live I know you live in a beautiful place. You see, I have 9 flowers in my nine of them in my room. I love my place. But in order to feel alive, you know what you need to do? Yes, in the morning I need to pray. I do my morning ritual. But then you know what I need to do? I need to live this beautiful place. How much I love to come back, you do not know, but you need to live. You need to experience it. You know that, right? And I have to tell you, in my life, I love when Al Thomas talk about adversity when he started. I do believe that adversity changed everything, and it changed me. And I thought recently, like, that 5 years ago, I was encountered with this bad diagnosis, and it was like, it was devastating. But I thought how much I changed since that, who I am. I have to tell you, if you tell me, Renata, who would you be if you never encountered it? I do not know. I might not be the same. And at this moment, without being very modest, I love who I am. I love how humble I am. I love how much every single morning I wake up and said, what a beautiful day to be alive. Do you know when you're giving only a few months to live, do you think that every month right now you feel differently? And you know who I saw right now? Stivachka. Stivachka, I saw you. Come back, please. I have to tell you that a year ago, look at this gorgeous couple. I want you to see them. It's Marina Romanov and Steve Tsowell. I speak about these gorgeous people every single morning of my life when I'm doing a morning ritual, life morning ritual on Instagram. Do you know why I talk about them? First of all, I love them. I'm convinced they're the most incredible couple in the world. And I have to tell you, a year ago, remember I said, talk about adversities for a second. I had a surgery a year ago, like surgery, like half of my lung was removed. Surgery, not like little procedure, surgery. And I had a Tony Robbins ticket. And you know, after the surgery, after you stay in a hospital for a while, then you have this chest tube, some tube attached to you, and the all liquid and blood going to this tube. That was story a year ago. And Tony's event started on 14, Tony Robbins. And my chest tube needs to be out on 13, 1 day before the event. So obviously, my amazing husband and everybody's around said, Renata, you're not going to Tony Robbins events because Tony Robbins events somewhere when you need to travel to. Like, even though it was in New York, but it's at another hotel, you rent the hotel, you stay there. And so this place is still very vulnerable when they took tube only 1 day before that. But I thought, no, 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 no. This is the time when I need to go. I need my energy to shift. Renata sitting home and feeling, my poor Renata, why you? You're so wonderful. You bring so much. What? No, guys, that's not sexy. I'm like, no, I am going. Even my husband, same morning, he said, baby, are you sure you want to go to Tony Robbins event? You've been at this event. I said, I'm going. And I said to him, I'm going to meet someone very important because, for me, I'm always building. I'm in a building mode. I believe that somebody wonderful is waiting. And you know what? Can I tell you a secret? The more I work on myself, the better and better and better and better quality people joining me. Why? Because you have a leaders that you deserve. And I knew after all this little adversity, somebody would not find them little, but pain and everything. I thought, I'll find somebody wonderful. At this event, why did I tell you the story? Is it important? No. But you know what's important? I met the Steven Marinachka at this event. At the event, I should not show up. At this event, I met both of them. And guys, like you probably, if you know me a little bit, I'm not bored at all. And I feel that I'm the one who's very blessed to have so many beautiful people in my life. But now, almost 1 year later, I'm thinking, what would my love, what would my life be without those two souls? They're spectacular. They're absolutely mine. But you need to deserve. That's the event. When you feel you want to stay, you don't want to go, it's inconvenient, even it's pain, go. Because when you face the adversities, that's the day, they said adversities build your character. That's why I said when I think about this journey, I was very different. And when I look at both of them, guys, I'm so glad that both of you sitting right now and looking at this Zoom. I want you to see these faces, guys. I want you to know how much territory they have in my heart. And let's say the heart is big, but hey, that territory is untouchable. And do you know, almost a year later, Steven, this wonderful Steven, I always say he's the best dancer. He loves to dance and dance very beautifully. Steve called me and he said, hey, we want you in California and we have a gift for you. Tony Robbins event in California. You must be a part of it. Guys, I almost cried. I'm very much used to that I'm the one who's giving the gift or offering the gift or presenting the gift. And this is a very generous gift. And I'm like, are you sure? He said, yeah, Tony Robbins event without you would be different. Come on. Guys, I just came back a few days ago. Incredible time. We were together. We connected on the level you would not be able to connect via Zoom, even though via Zoom we can be connected. Virtual hug is awesome, but it's different. And at this time, I was watching, the event was Unleash the Power Within. And guys, I love Tony Robbins, and I know that Stevechka is fascinated by his AI, artificial intelligence. His genius, obviously, his artificial intelligence. It's phenomenal because it's Tony. And considering that I've been following him for 33 years, do you know, I know his language, I know everything he would say, and I dedicated a lot of my strength and my mood and my certainty to this incredible man. And I'm not surprised that we are following the same leader, big leader, both of us learning from him. I want to tell you, who's breathing is Al Thomas, and I love it so much. Al Thomas, I love to see your face. You're absolutely beautiful. Did I tell you that we were hanging out in Al Thomas the last time? It was not Costa Rica, somewhere. I forgot where we traveled, but ACN, we traveled with ACN a lot. And I have to tell you, it's a lot of people traveling there in the early 20s, 30s. When I look at the energy and charisma of Al Thomas, no one can match it. I know at the moment he started his YouTube. Do you know who he wanted to let know about his YouTube? Every soul. I was watching him at the beach and I'm thinking, if young people would have his strength and desire to win, it would be so good. And Al Thomas, do you know what I remind myself and everybody who's listening to me? Thank you so much, guys. You know what separates you from many people in the world? I know you would like to know. It's my perspective, but hey, I know that this is a deal. Somehow you manage always be in a beautiful state. I do not know how, but attending Tony Robbins event, guys, we truly dedicate quite a few hours talking about beautiful state versus suffering state. And when you say suffering, it doesn't need to be diagnosis or surgery. Suffering state, do you know what it's mean that whenever you said, I am less, like right now, go to Instagram and you see the way people live and you're like, I'm not as beautiful. Suffering state. I never been in Paris. Suffering state. My God, I'm in my late 40s. I'm, by the way, 61. I never gonna be 20 again. Suffering state. I'm not that technical. Look the movie The Great. Suffering state, guys. Suffering state. Anything you think less, or you think never, or you think I lost my youth. I lost the skin that I used to have. I lost some wonderful men say, I lost my hair, and probably this is a deal. Most likely I would never be curly again. Or, guys, less, lost, never. Suffering state. From the suffering state, what you attract, only negativity. How do you like that? We don't, right? And I understand we are human being. Remember the song, I'm only a human being? Oh, I apologize. Apologize. Somebody's calling me, and this is totally unacceptable. They shouldn't call. Nobody should call me. I'm here. I'm giving. Guys, suffering state is unacceptable. The opposite of suffering is a beautiful state. At the moment you see my face here, would you say that I'm in a beautiful state? And you know what helped you to be in a beautiful state? What is the most important to be in a beautiful state? Your physiology. Look at Al Thomas' shoulder. Look at him, guys. How does he sit? He's a winner, right? Remember, like imagine the same Renata, right? Me, talking about this wonderful thing and sitting like this. saying the right thing. I'm sitting like this. Would you trust me? Or I'm sitting like this. And you say I'm excited. This is a beautiful state. Do you know what, guys? I love the example Tony Robbins gives, but I have to tell you, it might be the languages might be rough and might be very explicit, but you forgive me. We're gonna ask not to record it or not to send the recording, but I still want to deliver you here, guys. Do you know? I see this wonderful Destiny International, the man who's responsible for recording. We're gonna say, don't put this part here, guys. Do you know if something happened to you? Each of you, do you remember the moment that something happened to you? Can I? Yeah, you do, right? What do you normally human reaction? Guys, I'm talking happened, something happened. The reaction is, look at my body. Oh, fuck. I apologize for the word. I know I'm an elegant lady, but that's the only way you understand. Oh, do you see my body? Do you see my body? Look at my body. I'm sitting like this. Something happened. Oh, I'm not saying the word F again, but you got it, right? Oh, do you know that it takes only 2 millimeters to stay still, straight, and instead of F, the opposite, fuck you. Forgive me. I promise it's not going to be recorded. But those two things, will you remember? And from, oh, fuck, to fuck you, it's 2 millimeters, guys. 2 millimeters. I know that all adult and you're going to forgive me for cursing. I normally don't, but this is the only way to explain to you. From here to here. Guys, but physiology is the key. I'm telling you, even though I can say the most incredible, important thing right now, but if I sit like this in my suffering state, thinking that Renata, you're 61, you're not even SVP, you went to so many strata. Guys, who cares? Why? Instead, like, do you know what's so good about it? Whatever state you are, you're gonna have, you attract the creator. I don't know. I'm listening. David Guillaume, a wonderful man right now. It's Kabbalah teaching. And he said, the creator, I like the creator, doesn't matter your religion. The creator would give you everything according, equal to the state you already are. How do you like the state? I'm looking at Kathy, and most of the time, this wonderful Kathy is in a good state. Kathy, you don't smile. And smile, look at her smile. Guys, smiling is very, very important. Do you know that this is the best way to change your state? And can I tell you what can change them easily? I can send it to you because Tony Robbins gives us a book. But guys, your gratitude is the best thing that can change. Do you have something you're grateful for? I apologize. I'm super popular this specific time when I'm with you, which is unacceptable. Guys, gratitude, appreciation is something that can change your state rapidly. At the moment you feel you go there, I love Tony Robbins said 90 minutes, 19 even better. That's how fast you change. The fact that sometimes you're gonna go and feel, poor me, hey, possible. But the most important thing, how fast you're gonna forget the state. And like, yes, love, guys, love what you love, who you love, very quick. Gratitude. I talk a lot about gratitude. You already know gratitude is more than enthusiasm and excitement. Gratitude is so important, guys. You change everything. And if you understand the state, if somebody asks you, Terry, what is the beautiful state? Look at Terry's smile. By the way, guys, do you know that Terry is the lady who introduced me to ACM? Terry, you are my hero. Do you remember the person who introduced you? I'm looking at this sensational Sharon. Do you remember who introduced you? I know you do. I know each of you here. Guys, we would have never met. You would have never been a part of this journey if somebody would not introduce you. Thank you, Terry, so much. We took yoga classes together. It was so many people in the class. She chose me to share this information. I am the chosen, and your chosen one is somebody. Somebody else look at you and said, hey, you deserve better. So thank you so much. Guys, besides appreciation and gratitude, which is the most important thing in my life. Every time when I feel, Renata, anything like that's not exactly like you want your son to be a doctor, he's not a doctor. Oh, whatever you think, you like, and then you feel gratitude, and then you feel love. And you know what helped me out? Learning, guys. Learning, growing, progressing somewhere change your state tremendously. And you know what changed state in my life? It helped me so much. Walking. Anybody knows how to walk? Anybody's walking. Why do you think Altamos wake up so early to walk? Do you know when you're walking, this the same when we said, even Joe Dispenza, the incredible man I have so much respect for. Now he has walking meditation. And you know what he said? If you can walk with your eyes open and can meditate, but walking meditation here, not like you said, no weed, nothing happening. No, you're walking. And now I learned from David Gaim that you can, when you're walking, you can talk to a creator. I know we are different religions. If you believe that this is Jesus, it's Allah, it's Hashem, it's all beautiful. The creator. You agree that we have a creator. So the creator, when you walk, talk to him. This is so beautiful. You know that, right? And I've heard one incredible podcast yesterday that, do you know that some people, they have a Shabbat, Sabbath, the one day when they use no phone and no business. And I thought, how awesome is it? Only if the other 6 days you alive and kicking and working. Because if you every day do nothing, that's not count. That's meaning you're just not active. And we remember still water. Right away, when you're not active, what you don't do anything, right away, picture the still water with no movement. Guys, it doesn't look good. You don't want to be there. You want to do something. And I have to tell you, so many group right now, people want to connect. That's exactly what missing. What do you think missing? Do you think intelligent missing? Look at this AI of this brilliant man. Enough intelligence in this world. Connection is missing. Love is missing. And gratitude is missing. You know that, right? And from now on, each of you, doesn't matter that you never attend Tony Robbins event, you know that there is a beautiful state and a suffering state. Will you remember that, guys? Only two states, not 13 to remember. Two. If you're not in a beautiful state, the opposite is a suffering. When it's suffering, it's like, am I go fast enough in ACN? I'm still not healthy. My husband loved me or my boyfriend loved me, but he did not give me flower for 14 days. Guys, everything is this. My son loves me, but he did not tell me. Blah, blah. All this nonsense, even though it doesn't sound so dramatic, this is from the suffering place. Because in a beautiful place, you know what's there? There is gratitude, love, and certainty. And you can change it in a bit, like heartbeat. You change it. At the moment you're there, you know you attract negativity. You attract more people who look at you, and because they already they feel it, like your aura indicate the state you are. You don't like Al Thomas, when you walk, everybody's know that this man is in a beautiful state. Do they know that he speak English very well and he's very sporty and now have six pack and now his diet is good? They do not know anything about him, but the state is good. So you walk in and people looking at you. Stivachka, this incredible man, Marina, this my girl, my love, her fiance, he said, I'm walking. I love you so much. I'm walking and people's looking at me. That's what he said. Do you know why? He stayed. You don't need to be the tallest one in a room. You don't need to have a lot of hair and curl and color, which is Marinachka love the most and ever. You don't need to be the most technical one. I am not. Considering that I'm 61, I never the youngest in a crowd, never. I need to be honest with you, I'm never the cutest in a crowd. I never the tallest. But guys, people feel my state. And I think that's what made me irresistible. And also, you know what? You can trick people how you see them. Do you know if I tell you, I read oh, I can tell you, I know by heart every single verse of Shakespeare by heart. You would never be able to check it, will you? No, you have no idea. I said, I visit every single country in the world. Okay, guys, who cares? You cannot check. You cannot check if it's true, but you can unmistakenly feel and say the way I see you. You feel that I love you. I'm looking at each of you. You're part of this leadership. This leadership, this leadership call, this leadership program created by this incredible man is very dear to my heart. I told you about diagnosis. It was the time when I thought I would have lost, would never have a chance to speak again. Voice. Not just losing your voice in terms of suffering state, in terms of like physically lose my voice. When he was asked, would you be able to speak at my leadership calls? And I'm thinking he's not afraid that I'm going to be coughing so much. And that was another surgery like 5 years ago. And I thought, he's asking me, he believes that I can. And I said, yes. And I remember first call, I felt so vulnerable. You did not know, because in terms of state, I was still in a beautiful state, thinking that I had an honor to impact your life, to touch your beautiful hearts. But guys, this man, Al Thomas, standing ovation for you. Thank you for the chance to speak. I want every single person on this line, even if you don't learn anything else from Tony Robbins, beautiful state versus suffering state. And just remember, instead of OF, FU, and different shoulder. If everything you remember from my speech is good enough, I normally don't curse. I don't need to curse. I know how to express myself beautifully without it. But this particular subject state is very clear with those two comparisons. And I want you, no matter what, to be in a beautiful state. And what else I want you? It's only in 12, 12, 12:32 in New York or Eastern time. Guys, trip. What is your trip for today? You can have trip going to dance Zumba. This is a trip. You're going to be surrounded by different people, exchange energy. Do you have any parks next to you? Forget about park. You might not have a park. Go somewhere. Would you like to know where I met my incredible husband, Boris? I met him in a subway. Was it a trip? Yes, it was a trip. Do you know if I decided Renata doesn't like to take subway? She likes buses and quietly nobody touches. Guys, subway 30 years ago, I met Boris. Do you think my life changed? A lot. Everything is a trip. Go see people. Know that people here, any adversity with people make you strong. Anybody who loves you so much, energy exchange, and go together somewhere. Travel, go live, and remember beautiful state from the moment you wake up. And yes, I do morning ritual every morning at 10 o'clock Eastern time. I love it so much. And I'm sharing at Instagram because it's live Instagram. This way I feel that I'm making a difference. And if we have leaders that we deserve, guys, all of us deserve this incredible, absolutely brilliant man, Dr. Altamas, Senior Vice President Altamas. We are here, we're part of your leadership, and I cannot wait to be a part of this training again next Wednesday. And bless each of you. You're very important to me, to my life. Go ahead and live in a beautiful state. All the best to you.